Look, you don't have to go to college. You do not need a degree. You do not need a license to do this. You don't need good credit, and you don't need money. The advantages of multifamily investing. Number one, more doors, the easier to manage and to fund the project, okay? 2 units, harder to manage than 22 units. 2 units, you need a manager. That manager is going to charge you at least 10 or 12%. 2 units to pay $2,000 a month. Do the math on this. 2 times 2,000. Oh, they're beautiful townhomes in the Galleria, Houston. They're in Chicago, beautiful, downtown. $2,000 a month times 2,000. Somebody's got to pick those checks up. Somebody's got to manage the property. Somebody's going to answer the phone calls. $4 grand a month. Somebody's going to want at least $400 a month to take the bullshit phone calls. Everybody with me? At $400 a month, he will steal from me. He will steal from me. If he's honest, stealing looks like this, not returning phone calls. It's like, it's my weekend. I'm not handling that tenant. And at which point my tenant's gonna get pissed. Number 2, all units. 1 location reduces management activity. Number 3, 1 closing, 1 property. 4, 1 financial statement. Number 5, produce enough revenue to hire a management team. Number 6, produces enough cash flow to invest in CapEx. CapEx, circle this word. It means expenditure on the capital of the building. Roof, floors, cabinets. How many have done cabinets before? Kept the boxes, put on a new cabinet? That won't even happen anymore. Use graphics. The guy that wraps your cars in your city, say, hey, come wrap my cabinets. I just had my whole theater wrapped. I'm looking for cheaper ways to do things. Wrap goes over the paint, you sand it, you paint it, it's expensive and it takes a long period of time, okay? Wrap the cabinets, okay? Costs less. You can wrap them every 2 or 3 years. It's gonna look better. Number 7, more units allow more amenities. Number 9, easier to add value. Number 10, you can write off your expenses with no limit. I could owe $10 billion to the banks on this kind of real estate and pay 3% on $10 billion. That would be $30 million a year in interest and write off all of it. Property taxes, write them all off. Graphics on the freaking cabinets, write it off. Turning a chlorine pool into a saltwater pool, write it off, shit. Getting the low flow toilets, some freaking beautiful lighting, take out that tree, put in that tree, write it off. Paint the damn place, write it off. You can't do that on your house, write it off. Number 11, defer all gains with no limits. So how many of you understand the 1031? So she bought a piece of property 10 years ago. She's gonna make $5 million when she sells the property. She decides she wants to 1031 the property. She's gonna sell this property. 45 days, in 45 days, a 45-day period, she's got to identify. She finds a property I'm buying, she's like, Grant, I'm going to use yours to identify that we're going to trade our $5 million into the new property. It's called a like-kind exchange. If she closes that deal before 6 months, identifies it 45 days and closes before 6 months, her entire $5 million will be deferred taxes. None of it will be taxed, so she can work the entire $5 million. When you make $5 million on the sale of something, they take 40% out, you only have $3 million. She's not paying taxes, she's putting them off, kicking them down the road into the future. Once you learn how not to pay taxes, you will hate paying taxes. Once you realize, dang dude, this thing is, I got the code. Can you imagine if you learned how to fly? Would you still want to walk? Or jump, or hobble around like some of us do every morning because the knees hurt? Dude, if you could fly, if you could not pay taxes, do you think you would want to? 12, weather economic turndowns. 13, provide social community for your tenants. What's your takeaway this morning? Anybody have a big takeaway? Anybody like, dang, dude, that hit me hard. What you got? Tell me what you got.